And what's up, ladies and gentlemen, this is Al. I just want to give you a quick visual on the Super Retrocade made by our friends over at Retrobit Gaming. As you can see via the article, you got a description of the unit itself, the packaging, got a brief description of some of the games, but here's a quick visual so you can navigate with the 1942 Bad Dudes, for example. And one thing here that you're going to notice is sometimes you're going to see a title repeated. Not necessarily the fact that it is the same title, rather they do give you the console and the arcade versions. Here goes a perfect example. You have the Mercs console version, and as you can see when you bring up the screen, obviously it tells you how many players. Obviously you can add it to a favorite. This gives you that capability to add your favorite games to the top of the list so that we don't have to scroll down. And very important, what most of these smaller retro systems don't have is a save button. Retrobit is a little bit ahead of the game here with a load save state. The SD card, as stated in the article, does go into the back of the unit. And I did mention how they have USB ports in the front of the unit, obviously for the controllers. But unlike other, of these retro consoles that are coming out, the USB also as a secondary function, and what they hope to do soon is produce firmware updates for these units, where you'll obviously get more games added onto the console, and with the ability to expand that memory, I don't see why it's not feasible. Now, getting over here to Mercs real quick. You have Mercs the console version. Then here you have Mercs the arcade version. So you see the arcade has 2-player capability as well. And so you guys know as well, you're viewing this via HDMI. They didn't want to do the RCA because there is a huge difference between the two. And obviously HDMI is the way to go on these particular units. There's also some games here. I forget which one in particular that did not come out in the States, or some came out, vice versa, not supposed to come out in the States. So you actually do get some quick good stuff here. Let me pick a random game here so you can see how easy it is to go back and forth, if you will. Let's use Bionic Commando. As you see, we have console for the 1-player story, and the arcade, and this one is also 1-player, but there is a nice little difference here. Alright, so let's start the game. Press A on your controller, and you're in there. That 1888 Capcom, boy. Crazy. So you see how that goes. Look at the graphics. I mean, definitely dated, but nice to see it on full screen. A lot of these retro systems don't do full screen. Alright. That goes with the first mission. And moving. This is just hilarious. Let me show him, for example. That's how you do that. Swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. Alright, and then you can see, now this is another cool feature. You could just go ahead and get out and return to the main menu. Again, some of the retro consoles don't allow you to do that. You almost have to physically get up and turn off the unit to get back to the main screen, turn it back on. I'm not going to call them out right now. But as you can see, with a return game, you could load a save spot, button mapping, volume, and obviously, let's go to the main menu. Let's go right over so you can see the difference. And as you can see, it looks like a ROM with an emulator, right? And there we are. As you can see, noticeable difference between the console. Oh, there you go. See me die immediately. But you can see there's a noticeable difference between the two. But again, full screen. Okay. Let's go back to the main menu. I think Retrocade has a hit here. This is a lot of fun. Again, you get 90 games, you get alt versions, you get games that are not released in this region, from other regions. It's fun. I think that Retrocade did a hit here. There's little bonuses, you know, with the save state, you know, being able to add memory, the navigation, full screen, you know, the HDMI definitely did improve the graphics of a lot of the games. So Retrocade, you guys got to hit here. Retrobit Gaming. Check out their website, retrobitgaming.com.